4, 3, 2, 1. This is the Jai 08, and we finally got Classic Mike back after,
I'm tired.
yeah, after so many weeks here. Um,
We've had a lot of problems last few weeks, but especially when the machine was having problems
yeah,
last week.
yeah,
Or the week before that. I think they stuff it all.
yeah. Had missed one episode due to personal issues over here. I already explained that before. Mike wasn't able to join us last week. Um, do want to make a special shout out thank you to Kate Younghart and the Nodge group for lending in our special guests for last week, Cowboy Bob Orton and Ted DiBiase Sr. Very thankful for that. That really helped us out with the Saturday Night Main Event history, especially with them being involved in the first part of it.
Thanks a lot, people.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I'm looking at, I can't do anything like that. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. 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 They invited me on to one of their programs. I told them what was going on, and they said, "Oh well, we can help y'all with it." It's like, okay, so yeah, yeah, very thankful, and yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so today's topic is going to be about the history of SummerSlam. So SummerSlam is the last of the big four pay-per-views that WWE originally came out with. It came out in August, on a Monday, August 29th, 1988. 5 days after my birth, after I was born. Um, so big trivia thing there. So it is going on 37 years. There is a issue that I have with it right now, and that is that traditionally it is in the later days of August, but ever since 21, it has been going on since the first week of August. Is going out on the first weekend of August. So I don't know if it's a contractual issue, venue issue, or what it is. Do you have any insight on why they changed the dates from being late August to early August?
I don't know. Either it's going to pair view September, get close to it. We usually have pair views every month, and I think you get too close to September, they'll be pushing. You get the main event coming up too. You got them back on here. That's probably why it puts it back too, because
Right.
maybe we too close together to the next main event. Possibly it's going to, it's a put pressure on the wrestlers basically.
Yeah,
This period coming up, and they have to go in August. This main event after that. It'd be so close together. You gotta get them breathing. Get
yeah,
the storylines in so you can watch it.
yeah,
That's probably the other problem right there too.
yeah. So yeah, overall with that, I would have to actually look at all of the pay-per-views and PLEs in between those years to actually see if that's what would be going on. Because I could see the issue of having to push September back and push Hell in a Cell back and all that.
Storylines they get going, but do it too quick.
It's going to mess everything up.
Right.
So, yeah, that could be what's going on. We just.
Or probably the injuries too, because Seth is out and the Morgan's out, and
Yeah.
they're probably doing that too. That's another one I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Get well soon, Seth. Now, when it comes to Seth Rollins, If you have noticed, every single time it's the knee injury, it's always the same knee. Um,
Because he's coming back too quick. He's eager to come back to wrestling. He's done for his doctor probably. Then go through pretty soon he's gonna lose that knee.
yeah,
I think this thing's gonna lay off for a while longer.
I think
Hey,
that
Tom, yeah.
I think that I think he needs to stop with the massive stunts with that knee.
Well, he's probably
Eh,
he's trying to do those things, you know.
Yeah,
You got to change what times sometimes. You can't be the same thing. You got to change a little things. You went from pedigrees to curves up, and I try to do more maneuvers. Trying to do Chris Jericho's moves. Very hard to do.
yeah,
That was the lane salt he did. So love
right,
the lane salt.
right.
It's not having fun.
And no, he's not. When you look at that line salt that he did, it's just a routine line salt that he's done several
I bet
times.
I missed it that night.
You missed it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I readjust my money and stuff. I'll be able to get Netflix or Peacock or anything to buy August, September. I bought a new
Okay.
phone. It's very expensive, and I can't really afford anything. So for right now, just look at the videos. I saw the video recently.
Yeah.
Saw the videos right up until August, September. I
Yeah.
should get those channels back and back on the
Yeah.
WWE right
So
now.
yes.
It's time
So
to go talk. You know, Bill Hendricks thing's very expensive.
yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
really BS I'm dealing with.
If you ask me, I mean, I know that was a planned stunt ish plan,
Yeah, what we
but
do?
I think that he should have hit the line salt on LA Knight because he was booked to win, and
Yep.
then hit him with the curb stomp, and not even have to worry about having to um, have to readjust or buckle his knee with
Well,
that.
basically, if you hear just right, he tells LA Knight to look out 'cause he slipped. He was going to injure LA Knight. He kind of look at when he landed, he could have
Yeah.
injured LA Knight and himself.
Yeah.
He said injure himself to LA Knight because it was head right.
Yeah.
See, they take care of each other in the ring, you know. So you know,
Yeah.
right? You know, like,
Yeah.
that's the reason why he did
Yeah.
too quick with his knee.
Yeah. But also, he also needs to be careful of that knee and probably
Yeah.
land on the other knee as well
Well,
because
basically, he's right. He's trying to keep her spot. It's
yeah.
never going to change.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not getting younger either.
Nope. Nope. Um, Goldberg's retirement match was that night as well, and
A big controversy.
yeah, I blame Peacock on that.
They did. They were they put the
You
thing out there
cannot.
that the schedule was you're on network TV.
Yeah.
You have to go like the standards.
Yeah.
They could go overtime because they have no show on.
Yeah. You cannot blame WWE on
No,
that.
NBC
You
was
cannot
like
blame Triple
that was
H.
that was NBC because you're on prime time. You have to forget you can't do it because
Yeah.
you're on like Netflix and everything else. You're on prime time. You got their schedule.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't do nothing about it.
Goldberg was not happy about it. TKO was not happy.
Well, they put it on YouTube so you can hear the whole
Yeah.
it's done.
Yeah. They had to on that.
Yeah. Can we
But
stop talking about wrestling for a second?
sure.
There's another controversy out there. Donald Trump, I'm not being an asshole, sued 60 Minutes for something they did, so he won the lawsuit. But including the lawsuit, he forced the cancellation of the late show with Stephen Colbert. CS says it's cost measures. No. Trump didn't like innocent and looking on the stuff and said Democrats run the show. So take it off the air. And I never has it. You're gonna take every late night show off the air and fix that. This is the big reputation. Winners are assholes. I'm sorry, but they are.
He
I'm sorry we're talking about wrestling.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's going to be like 1984, free purchase TV. All your favorite shows be out there. We all Trump only.
We try to stay out of politics here, but
I'm just saying this because everybody's been talking about
yeah.
it. Every
Yeah.
wrestling outlet's been talking about
Yeah.
This is what happens.
So
I'm not political either, but this is bullshit. I'm just letting people know. What if he
I,
can't pressure wrestling? It takes wrestling off the air.
I
This is what I'm thinking about right there. He can do anything he wants to.
yeah,
As I
I
say, I'm
I
going to bring
get
it up here.
I
I'm
earn
not free of sorry political, but this is
yeah yeah
fucking bullshit, in my opinion.
yeah.
And I'm a Republican myself, and I don't like him.
I don't know
I'm sorry.
who actually does. So yes, Donald Trump is a WWE Hall of Famer. He is an entertainer first foremost. He does do a lot of things for ratings and things. People just be mindful of who you vote for because this guy's ego oversees any professionalism that he ever has.
I would say
Uh,
Casey takes Russ Rusty off there because
yeah,
remember
yeah,
Vince don't run it when he's best friends with him.
yeah, yeah,
He might tear that
yeah.
off there. I'm just
I
letting you know.
mean,
Things he's
the
probably gonna have the next few years.
leader with big ego doesn't need to be running any high form of office because if it goes against his beliefs, goes against his party or political stance or anything like that, he will try to take things too seriously, even if it's a joke. So
Okay,
SummerSlam,
doesn't have to wrestling. Sorry for
yeah,
saying, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
wrestling can be
yeah,
effective. Just like you.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
and
go ahead.
you don't need that to happen.
You can add that if you want to. So.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah, that's what
re-
I just have to say it.
yeah, yeah. Um, there's other things going on locally, especially with Ted DiBiase, that he is going through appeals for, especially for his sons right now around here. He's heard my story on it. He's heard other people's stories. He is very adamantly sorry for what happened. Um,
I know.
basically,
I know some videos. I know.
yeah, yeah. He does not like what happened. He basically just puts it as finding out that it's a charitable donation, and he finds out that it's with dirty money, basically. And
Yeah,
right when
okay.
he finds out about it, he immediately returns it and things, and still gets criminally charged and everything. His sons get criminally charged for it. Goes through all these other things,
Right.
apologizes to everyone, pays for people struggling around here with the same issues. Um,
Yeah, you're the one you get dirty
he,
money in every month.
he
So.
just
Oh,
he
like in
just does
coffee,
not like what happened. So I've
that's
already
like saying next. They say never know.
yeah,
Never know what's
yeah,
gonna happen.
yeah,
Now you get in trouble
yeah.
for.
Once
Hear about that.
once this all this subsides and all the
Right.
appeals go through,
Right.
and if we get a better elected official around here that's not associated with the guys that are involved
Right.
in this and actually does the pardons and things. Um, Ted, I hope you are actually able to come back on and we'll actually be able to discuss it. On to SummerSlam. So, first SummerSlam was in 1988, August 29th. Um, Vince McMahon did it solely because of all the other success that was going on. And of course, he thought it's going to be on Monday. People are going to enjoy it anyway. Biggest party of the summer, competing against Bash at the Beach and all these other pay per views with Jim Cock Promotions. They go on to have big success, and it becomes their second biggest pay per view alongside WrestleMania.
Right.
Survivor Series becomes, I believe, number three, and Royal Rumble becomes number four.
Right.
Sometimes they interchange, but yeah, that's usually how it goes. They are starting with another Power pay, annual pay per view or PLE at this point. Money in the Bank also working on things like Crown Jewel or King and Queen of the Ring, and try to make that a major PLE.
That's a lot of years later.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we got all other pay-per-views that came before them too.
yeah,
Studs out there, too numerous to say.
right.
I think
Um,
the whole
King of the Ring was actually very popular back in the '80s and a little bit of the '90s as well, and it's just gone off and on. But right now, I think they're pulling it, bringing back up full time and making it be the Royal Rumble of SummerSlam. Um, so that's what we're starting to see there. The King and Queen of the Ring are competing out on SummerSlam to face up against the um, champions of their respective brands at this time. Um,
actually story about that is why the event came in because according to sources, they had Jerry the King Lawler, so he wanted to have someone against him. Him Bret Hart wanted to work with him, so they made a story out of him being King of the Ring, and then Jerry Lawler come in and they fought. That's what the
yeah.
rumor has was behind. And Jerry Lawler says that's why the event the King of the Ring. So I got it's gonna be one time only event was to get Jerry and him in a fight, but it didn't turn out that way. That's what Vince
Well,
wanted.
they're
It's originally Vince wanted. Vince even admitted it. That's originally why he wanted. So Jerry Lawler could go against Bret Hart.
that's when they first brought it back in the
And it
'90s.
said, but then it became popular.
Yeah,
They tried again. It became popular because of that.
yeah, yeah. Now, the very first King of the Ring was Harley Race, and I believe that was in
Yeah, no,
1970.
that was pursued by Bobby Heenan.
Yeah,
That was just his online because he's a former 7-time champion.
yeah,
He also was a real wrestler. I mean, real tough guy. He did football punches.
yeah,
But then towards the end of the career, and Bobby Heenan and King of the Ring professed,
yeah.
that was his angle. Back then, it was just an angle. No one really thought about King of the Ring until Jerry Lawler or Ziggy bought by WWE and he was coming in.
Yeah.
But before that, yeah, it was just a gimmick. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Like a gimmick
Yeah.
for that.
Let's see.
Especially Ron Pepper Game of Thrones. I remember seeing that on a
Yeah.
TV for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's still
Yeah.
funny.
So when I did my first episode of the Broken Turnbuckle podcast,
I wasn't heard it yet.
yeah. First one was about the WrestleMania venues and how the venues and attendance affected WrestleMania and things. This one, you can't really do that because there's not really many statistics on the attendance or anything. Um,
They don't tell you because they tell you sometimes if everything happens,
yeah,
So
yeah.
sometimes.
It's not really that big for them. They'll announce it like they do every show nowadays, but um, when it comes to actually looking up the attendance records, there's not very many. Looking up SummerSlam records as well, like win loss and things. Um, I do believe that there is a website of that.
Yeah, I heard about
Uh,
that. I'm checking it out now. I
and
heard of it.
it's um, you just have to look up as to who all is actually undefeated at SummerSlam. At this
It ain't
point,
that many.
it's
I'm
not
sure
that
it
many.
was. I'm sure it
Um,
was. Well, I kept it for WrestleMania and Survivor Series at the time. And SummerSlam was new and so was Royal Rumble. They both came out relatively the same time. But Royal Rumble came out first and the year after SummerSlam came out.
yeah, yeah,
We don't know anything because a lot of the figures in those days.
yeah,
But just that time just for WrestleMania and Survivor Series.
yeah.
And Kent wants to be my host. I'm kidding.
Hey there, Max.
I,
Yeah. So, Hulk Hogan is 6-0 at SummerSlam. Ultimate War is 5-0. Jerry Lawler is 3-0. Bart Gunn is 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
Neville is 3-0. Tatanka is 3-0. The one with the most wins is, of course, Undertaker at 10-5.
Yeah.
Um, Demolition Axe is 2-0. Curtis Axel is 2-0. Dino Bravo, which is a guy that we need to do a story on, is or episode on, is 2-0. Bo Dallas is 2-0. Ric Flair's 2-0. A lot of 2-0s right now. Um, so it's just
Sorry.
that. Um,
Sorry.
and of course, there's always the 1-0s and the winless guys as well. Um, I'm already at number 280. Mark Merrow is 0-2. So that's just, I think, there.
You're like that. You're going on and on and on.
Yeah,
And then the
yeah, yeah.
podcast goes.
Goes all the way down to number 304.
Right?
Jeff Hardy is 0-7. Um,
David, that because he had so much drug problems and stuff, wasn't doing so good.
yeah, yeah,
That's what happened.
yeah.
About his career.
Charlotte Flair has the most wins for a female at 5-1.
What many female matches at SummerSlam at the time?
No, no, there's
Can't
not.
really, can't really count them because they weren't at the beginning.
Yeah, Brie Bella has the most losses at 0-4.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so um, not really going on to any other statistics because there's not really very many there um, on that. Um, so again, I have really looked throughout most of the history of SummerSlam,
Right? Right?
um, all throughout the week.
Right?
It all says the same thing. Basically, going against Clash of Champions, which Jim Crockett Promotions.
Well, basically, Clash Champions went after against WrestleMania. It wasn't
Yeah,
SummerSlam. The very first ones I watched it was against WrestleMania on a Sunday because they wanted to see the free wrestling to really hope against the pay per view.
yeah,
That's the first one. That's when Sting went the time limit with Ric Flair and Sting really came to start
mm,
that night. Like Tony's with then Steve Tony's with Duffy Swimlin Steiner when they were part of Varsity Club. They think they won the match or not. Have them start looking stuff up again.
yeah,
It was a good show for it was 2.5 about 2 hours. It wasn't like just
yeah,
straight for 2 hours.
yeah, yeah,
It was a really good show for a chase on ATV,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. The very first main event for SummerSlam was the Mega Powers versus the Mega Bucks, Andre the Giant, and Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase,
Right?
with JC Ventura as a special guest referee. That was the event where Miss Elizabeth exposed her skirt,
And she
and
might swimsuit underneath that.
yeah, yeah, but she took off her skirt to distract them, and Hogan got the victory, and that
No, no,
was
no, 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 no. Man, Macho Man was not going to push his hand down. Hogan pushed his hand down. Then Macho Man won the match. But Hogan made Jesse put his hand down. Hogan didn't hit him. Other than leg, Macho Man pinned him. Ted Trimble put the third arm out and Hogan pushed him down.
yeah,
You take view again, Macho Man won the match. Hogan is up in 3 count.
yeah.
He's in
So
3. Yeah, because I remember that I watched it recently the other day
yeah,
before I lost my
yeah,
Peacock network.
yeah.
I also got this collection, so it's like watching on DVD. Too.
Right,
That's
right.
what happened.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, that was when Hogan picked up Miss Elizabeth in celebration, and they actually used that footage in their rivalry, in their match
Yeah, yeah, because he
build
thought
up.
he's just trying to make sure she didn't fall off. But it Well, it was playing the school up anyhow, just a one-time thing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't working out, so they're trying to put them in next summer, next WrestleMania, where to go against each other. That's set up.
Right.
They could
Use that
put
as a really
popular
good
guys in,
setup
they
there.
just got in the way. So.
Yeah.
Because he thought it'd be good event for Mossman and Hogan would get each other.
Right.
It was a good match that year. That there on the WrestleMania. I thought it was a good match.
Yeah. Let's see.
The Night Honky Tonk Band lost in quick seconds against the Ultimate Warrior because Barbara was out because of injury. I think like
Was that in?
that was first SummerSlam when people was against Bruce for a beat kick, but Ron Bass cut his head open and he was out. So he
Yeah.
needed a substitute. Quantum Minicure was Warrior comes in, kicks his butt, about 1 or 2 seconds, and wins the Intercontinental title real quick. That's what
Yeah.
happened there. That's when Hunter Man lost his Intercontinental title final
Yeah.
after 16 months.
Yeah.
Because
That that was
Warrior was crying, so he had a belt.
right.
That's when he was holding up the boots and all that back then. He was a crybaby.
Yeah. So yes, that began Ultimate Warrior's legendary reign.
Yep.
Ended Honky Tonk's long reign
Yep.
finally
It's supposed to
that
be.
record was finally broken by Gunther
Yep.
a few years ago, a couple years ago.
But,
Um,
yeah.
let's see. Also got the main event of Ultimate Warrior versus Ravishing Rick Rude in a steel cage match for the WWE Heavyweight
That
Champion
was later on. That was not part of
in
the
1990.
90. Yeah, it was 2 years
Yeah,
later. It wasn't 88.
yeah, right, right.
It was 90, yeah.
Um, Going through some major main events here. 1995 Diesel versus King Mabel. We already know how that
Man,
match.
I don't like that man.
No,
I think it was crap. He messed up so many
yeah, yeah.
times.
The year before was the famous Undertaker versus the Undertaker match.
Primetime Brian Lee. That's who
Yes,
it was. Because they were having a relationship with us, but they told you not at the time. Brian was there.
yeah. So
That was, and I didn't like that match either. That was a joke.
no,
There's a tail. So everyone's just supposed to get 2 cats. One
three
big one.
cats, but one of them just
Like
isn't.
he on TV.
Yeah,
I can't even handle my phone let me.
yeah, yeah. That's
Mine's a really tiny apartment, so it's not that
yeah,
big.
yeah,
I can stay home, please.
yeah. Let's see. Shawn Michaels versus Vader in 1996. I think that one was the one Shawn, where Vader actually came to the WWE, and Shawn just tried to bury him because he didn't see much potential in Vader, even though Vader was a really good wrestler.
Yeah, they used him the wrong way. That's what
Yeah,
happened. Because he wanted to turn the high. They wanted him to do. Obviously, he wanted to be that opera.
yeah,
But he was already well known all over the place. Everybody knew who he was. I don't know why I don't think he was liked too well.
yeah,
Because he's getting too old to
yeah.
ride to purchase
Yeah.
his contract.
1997 main event, an instant classic match. Undertaker versus Bret Hart for the World Heavyweight Championship with Shawn Michaels as special guest referee. Um, that one involved a spot with Bret Hart trying to use a steel chair. Michaels takes it from him, gives him a super kick, and I believe Undertaker won that match
Yeah,
because of that.
Bret Hart was a bad guy.
Yeah. And allegedly it's part of the rivalry between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, I believe. Um,
I think that was that was later on in Survivor Series when he left.
right. And then we get Stone Cold versus Undertaker in '98. I thought no, that had been Survivor Series of that year where
That's right. It was Survivor Series. That's when
so August 30th, 1998, their 10-year anniversary of SummerSlam has Stone Cold versus Undertaker for the WWE Championship main event. Um, I can't go throughout all of the matches or all the events here because that
Yeah,
means that I would have to click on every single individual one.
it'll take too long.
It would take way too long. Hopefully next week we can do the top 10 best SummerSlams of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Come up with our own list and
Yeah, because I have to
be able to go through those matches.
I got DVDs and go through those.
Yeah. Um,
There, I know a couple already, 3 or 4 already, but
those who are aware of the top 10 WrestleManias, y'all know that it took almost 8 hours for the list to come up with because there were just so many of them, and we had to went through every single all 41 um, or every 40 um, WrestleManias, dwindled it down to 20. Then it was down to 15,
right,
and we had to remove 5 more. And it was a very tough list, and we had to move um, WrestleMania 30 to the controversial 8 spot with a very detailed explanation as to why. Because that one match, that one event took us 3 hours to discuss to determine exactly how long or where to place it. And when you have to discuss one event longer than all the others, you would think they would be higher up, but with all the others that we had to put down, it just had to be at the number 8 spot. So, yeah, we had to go through a detailed explanation as to that. Um, will there be something like that for SummerSlam? Probably. SummerSlam is not really numbered like WrestleMania. It goes by the years every single time. Um, but yes, from 2009 all the way to 2014, SummerSlam was solely in Los Angeles in the Staples Center. Um, so there's just a lot of things going on here um, in their history of
right.
it. So yeah, we cannot go through every single event, every single thing. We're just going to save that for the top 10 SummerSlams of all time.
Right.
Um, so SummerSlam 2022, which was the first one that they actually had um, outside, actually the only one that they had outside of August. It was on July 30th,
Yeah, because they're starting to get the fans back after
the
the
pandemic.
virus scare. So two
Right.
years to get the fans back, and so want to do it. Could do all the periods will start to come back a little bit because of the coronavirus, shut
Yeah.
everything down
Yeah.
basically, and had to take care of all the previews at their training facility and the Raw
Well,
training
the
facility
year
also. I thought basically all the place started traveling again. First they did. First few previews were at the training facility because they couldn't go out yet.
the
Everybody was
year
in Florida.
prior,
They could start for Raw and SmackDown too, and there was no audience. And they can't remember any about audience, so the ratings were very cautious. That's why they had to wait until
right,
everything was cleared and they could start doing it again.
right. Now, the year prior, they were at Allegiant Stadium,
Yep.
um,
So they
August
probably
21st,
they probably do
2021.
they probably do something like that.
Yeah, August 21st, 2021. They were at Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, so
So,
as I first started trying to see what happened.
yeah. And they had Roman Reigns versus John Cena for the Universal Championship. Obviously, Roman Reigns won that match. And then they had that um, match in Nashville, Tennessee, where it was Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for a last man standing match. That was the match where Brock Lesnar had came in with a forklift and lifted the ring in the middle of that match. Um,
So that
and the and man, that guy just slipped my mind. The Money in the Bank holder of that year, um, who became Vince McMahon's stooge guy. Um,
hmm
he's teaming up with Grayson Waller right now. A Town Downtown. Um, I just cannot think of his name. I know it starts with an A.
which one?
The guy that had the Money in the Bank in 2022. Um, he's part of A Town Downtown
Okay,
now
I got what you're
with
saying.
Grayson
I know
Waller.
that the sure. I hate this one sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so which one? Money in the Bank, 22.
Yes.
Okay, two winner. Um, this is sort of screwy, starting to screwy on this phone.
Yeah.
Let's see. To Wikipedia. Okay. Bobby Lashley has won that match, so it's Theory.
Austin Theory.
Austin
Austin
Theory,
Theory.
yep, that's right here in Las Vegas. It
Yeah.
was one
Yeah.
main
Yeah.
bank winner that night.
He comes out in the middle of the match um, and gets laid out by Brock Lesnar. There were several times where he got laid out by Brock Lesnar throughout that Money in the Bank run. Um, so going down to the most recent ones here. Um, so this year, there's going to be two main events because it's going to be two nights for the first time. We got
Mm-hmm.
Gunther versus CM Punk and John Cena versus Cody Rhodes in a street fight. Last night they announced it as a street fight um, in their main event segment, um, where Cody Rhodes had pulled a complete John Cena on John Cena and put him through the table and signed his name using a passed out John Cena. So
Well, it's
there's
like this too. Rumor has it they're going to switch roles. They want to
they
make Cody the bad guy and John Cena the good guy.
yeah
I
yeah
think it was Cody's idea. He's been the bad guy in a while, and basically he wants to change it to stay current. But if you
I'm
change, you're going to be boring as hell. So
yeah
I think he's going to turn bad guy now. And then, not with The Rock. He's still going to be The Rock as a good guy to skip rid of Cody Rhodes. But
yeah. So I'm okay with that idea
yeah,
because you
not
see
change much about it. Those ways.
yeah.
Keep yourself current.
Have you now? Yes, fans have been clamoring for John Cena to turn heel for years now. John Cena has finally turned heel. How would you say that his heel turn has not? You can tell he's struggling
A joke.
himself.
A joke. He's never meant to be a bad guy. He's an
Yeah,
honorable. Buffalo says he's bad against Couture.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
he
has, but
is.
he was a bad guy before about he's never been. He tried to get on the knife. Everybody's so cool. So
Yeah, yeah. The bad thing is that his heel run right now is just a carbon copy of every single other heel that he's ever worked with.
yep.
He's using the exact same gimmick, exact same tropes that they did with him all throughout the years, and
Yep.
that's not how you're supposed to heal. You're supposed to heal your own personal way, not mock. Because right now you're just mocking all your other heel opponents
That's
right
the reason
now.
why I want to change it. That he's not done a good heel.
He's
That's
not doing
why.
a good job as a
But
heel.
beginning of his career he was.
Yeah,
But then all this changes now he lost it.
yeah.
Lost how being a bad guy is. It's a
I
joke.
mean, technically, it just seems like he is still being a baby face, but mocking the fact that he's trying to be a heel right now.
Yep.
Even
Pretty
though
much.
it was all his idea in the first place, but
Mm-hmm.
he's probably just sending out the message saying, "Hey, y'all want me to be a heel? Here's me being a heel,"
Yeah.
and it's
Right.
just becoming a joke right now. And
I try to make that such a joke. I'm sorry, but last lot of his matches I saw are not great. They're pissy. I'm sorry. I'm a long time wrestling fan. I can deal with good matches, but his has been so pissy since he's been a bad guy. Is
yeah,
rumor has it the Rock is trying to take over the WWE and get rid of Triple H. That's the biggest rumor right now. He's trying to get his way because he's got major stroke with the board of directors.
yeah.
I think pretty soon he's going to fire his ass. His daughter's not supposed to be involved in angle with NXT.
Uh oh, what happened?
She's not part of NXT. She's been involved. What I can't understand is why was she in the angle trying to throw Morella out? A lot of people are stretching their heads about it. They said, a lot of people are talking about it. I said, she's not
Yeah,
part of NXT anymore. He gave her involved. She's not enough in NXT anymore. And so that's what I'm saying. It's The Rock. It's not him. It's The Rock trying to take over.
yeah,
Because I know The Rock. He wants to run a wrestling organization on his own, and they're saying, and a lot of people, if you look at their Facebook, a lot of writers and stuff, the mention all them. I don't know if they did, but
yeah,
the group writers put something together. What's going to look like in 2035? All Samoan. Bye bye WWE.
yeah,
That's the way it's going when The Rock's running it. It's bring all his family in, and it's going to be by 2035. They're saying it's going to be all Samoan.
yeah.
That's what that all writers are saying it right now, including Bill Up himself. I heard set to be awesome ones. They said the Rock is not doing good. Showing all his family in
There's a lot of family feuds going on with the Samoa dynasty right now.
because they're trying because Rock's trying to take over.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
He's trying to take
They
over.
need to.
Trying to take over Raw.
Yeah,
And if they lose Triple H, guess what's going to happen? So they'll see Triple H. Bye bye WWE.
2 years ago, when Roman Reigns was bringing in a lot of his family members into the
It wasn't
WWE,
Roman. It was The Rock. Roman had
when
nothing to
when
do with
when they
that.
were bringing in a lot of the
Still doing it.
yeah, all I was gonna say was um, that with as many guys as they're bringing in, that's in Roman's family and The Rock's family and all those others, eventually us fans are just going to come out in the front row, and when they introduce a new member of that family, just throw a bunch of condoms out into the ring. I mean, that's all we could say is
I'm telling you,
throw a bunch of condoms out in the ring because there's way too many.
people are coming to my site. I was going to show them that The Rock is going to take over WWE. Triple H is going to be out. And once he loses Triple H, he's going to lose everything too. If AEW or TNA or NBA can hold Triple H, look out, you're going to be dead wrong.
Yeah,
The Triple H, the one knows inside out and not using his ego. Rock's using his ego.
yeah.
Because he loses his movies. The last time movies he's been crapping, everybody's trying to get back in wrestling. He's
Mm.
moved for a certain time.
So Current,
That's my opinion, folks. I've been watching wrestling for a long
yeah,
time. That's
yeah.
just my opinion. You want to get the opinion? You have your opinion yourself. First favorite wrestler.
Everyone has their own opinion. So,
Yep. My own.
in as far as this year's SummerSlam, it's going to be
Right.
2 nights. So,
Yep.
unless they're going to have 4 matches each night, currently they have 8 matches
And
throughout.
they're gonna be about 2 hours a piece, 2 hours each night.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the plan. They're gonna
yeah,
have 2 hours.
yeah,
Because everything's gonna be short this year. They're gonna have 2 nights. It's
yeah.
not like WrestleMania with base night. It's just another, because a lot of people get injured, or a lot of people, they can't make main matches
They
because of a
got
lot of injuries.
two. They got two major injuries right now
Yep.
that they're having to work around. They
And then
could be
start sneaking
getting,
themselves in the ring.
yeah.
Botch moves.
Um, there is a match in that needs to be added on here that I'm not seeing, and that is Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. They
I think they're saying that.
they're going to save
I
that.
think they're saying. I think they might have to say next week now.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. It's not really a thing that ever pay per view. How some of the people are running. Triple H thinking about. Then again, they have to think about the TV. You got to go good for the TV show. TV
yeah,
show going. You can't just take all purpose. You got to spread it out a little bit.
right.
I think they be for one September or some next main event, whichever they want. But
Yeah.
I have a feeling they're gonna have nothing in September. I have a feeling because their main event and some stuff are gonna be too close together. They
So
do. They probably have something. They probably have a short period of view.
yeah, the
They can't do it
next
quick.
the next one after this is going to be NXT Heat Wave,
That's what I'm saying. So
and
NXT next, and that they can do that, and then
then
they can
Clash
do.
at Paris.
The Paris,
Sometime,
that's what Paris thing. Yeah,
yeah. There, and
yeah,
we've discussed this before on some other episodes where
yeah.
we would be talking about the fact that they're playing matches too far ahead, to where
They
you
want to
have,
quit. So H is slowing them down, but the Rock wants to quit. So,
yeah, yeah.
they're fighting.
So you already have one of the matches right now where it's already, you already know that a championship match is coming up at SummerSlam,
All right.
and then at Clash of the Castle, the winner of that match faces Stephanie Vakir. And I'm just sitting here like, you look at both those competitors, you already know who's going to win that match uh,
Pretty much.
already.
Right.
And it's still like, how do you make the match entertaining enough to say that, yes, this is not going to be a filler match. This is going to be a very close head to head. Both competitors could easily win situation, you know, because
Yeah.
you cannot just do a hot potato with the championship at this point.
Yeah. You can't do one boom, 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 boom. They do it with the power with Naomi, but Ruben has to start lose it real quick.
She might as well. I mean,
Because
she
they don't trust him, but they're gonna go back even a shot.
she
Talk about top.
wasted.
Still, Popper because she came back. She wasn't that popular.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
then all that
she,
that match sucked.
yeah. So
I'm sorry, but she's not that great anymore. I don't care if she's married to a small one. She is not
yeah,
that great.
yeah. So
I'm
unless she is moving on from Jade Cargill and what's going on with her, Bianca Belair, and Jade, which is way too soon at this point.
Yep, they are.
Um,
I think too.
they kind of goofed that one up really bad.
Yeah, no one else
So
talking
it could
about
be
it.
possible that Rhea Ripley's going to just win that one because Rhea Ripley versus Stephanie Vakir looks way better on paper than Naomi versus Stephanie Vakir. Um,
Yeah.
so that's just what's being said there. She should have just went ahead and cashed it in against Tiffany Stratton and done it that way over here just to get Jade even more pissed off at her um, at this point. Makes no
Yeah,
sense.
they did so.
Yeah, they jumped the gun on that really
Yeah,
bad.
very much.
Um,
Pretty much.
definitely. Let's
What
see.
we live for? Lost something?
No, I'm looking at the match card
Oh,
for
he's still on the phone. Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
we also got RK Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Um, they were on a segment with Jimmy Kimmel Live, I believe.
I saw the video.
Yeah,
It was Jimmy Kimmel. It's all stuff to get their pay on. That's all it was. Jimmy was
it's
doing it.
obviously that way. How do you feel about those segments being on late night TV like that?
Well,
We
but back then it was the Tonight Show thing was a joke. We should never put Jay Leno. He's not an athlete. Jelly Roll's an athlete. He was high school. I feel like in high school stuff where he got all that weight. He was athletic. He
yeah
had a athletic background. Leno did not. This time it's been a lot better. But what they're doing or not doing, I take over the show or anything, just getting the match ready. At the time,
yeah
they was trying to take over a show. But it's a lot better because you got Jelly Roll who's an athlete. Who can take care?
yeah
He take care of himself. If he train right now by the
yeah
Undertaker right now for that match, he's
yeah
training him and I forgot who the other wrestler was, but they're both training him for the match. They can learn to wrestle because this guy is a big athlete. They said he can
yeah
wrestle. This is
yeah
the one time only thing for Jelly Roll.
yeah.
And
So
yep, they say he's a pure athlete. He lost all that weight, so now he can wrestle.
right
And basically, and everybody says, "Oh, Bad Bunny's not wrestle." Bad Bunny, and I found this out before he became a rapper. He was trained to be a wrestler.
yeah,
Seriously, he's trained to be a professional wrestler who's rapping there worked out.
him and Damian Priest were really
They both worked out. And look what Bad Bunny can do both.
hurt. Him and Damian Priest were actually childhood friends.
Yep,
Um,
pretty much. That's
so
pretty much.
that they
You
include that
mean Jelly
in
Roll?
the
You mean Jelly
storyline.
Roll, right? You mean Jelly Roll, right?
No, Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny, thank you. That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
um,
Bad Bunny was always a wrestling fan.
yeah. So and let's go back to the Jay Leno um, segments there with
Yeah,
WCW.
that was a
Uh,
joke match. That's a good
yeah, it
segment.
was a joke match. But
That's stupid.
how do you compare those promos on the Late Show with Jay Leno and Karl Malone, Dennis Rodman, Diamond Dallas Page, and Hulk Hogan to what Jelly Roll and Randy Orton and Logan Paul did on
Well,
Wednesday?
basically, they're trying to get publicity because they're like no more show, they're not doing much OT, and they're starting to slip a little bit.
Right.
So that's when the man on the talk show tries to stay on top because they're desperate. At that time, WWE was getting a bigger edge, and those starting to go down. So they try to promote celebrities like WWE did. But WWE knew how to treat celebrities. WWE did not.
Yeah.
Everyone said it was a great match, but the backstage people wanted Hogan to win because it was Bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was true. Eric Bishop did not want the Roll win. He wanted Hogan to win, but Hard B reversed it. And basically, what it is also trying to get Jay Leno to be in the match also.
And they
So
did for
he did.
Ro.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
It,
So
the duck ball went down even more.
yeah. Now going back to the build up to that, um, Dennis
I,
Rodman,
I like the match.
Carl Malone was involved in the storyline too,
Yep.
but Dennis Rodman got into trouble with the Chicago Bulls in the NBA for the storyline because the Bulls were in the NBA Finals
Yep.
at that time. I believe
Okay.
with the Utah Jazz and Karl Malone.
I don't know.
It was it had to been either when they were going against the Jazz or with the Sonics. It was the last 3 years there, and he was supposed to show up at the game. He did not
Right.
because he showed up on Monday Nitro at that exact same time,
Right.
and he got fined for it, and pretty much the entire team had to run laps, all because he showed up on Nitro versus his agreement to show up at the game. They still won the finals, but you know, as a coach, I kind of understand the situation there where you have your star guy or one of your big guys there that needs to show up there, and you need them to actually win the game so you can go and win the championship, and he doesn't show up, and the game's a lot closer than what it actually needs to be.
Right.
I do believe that the Bulls won that game, but still, you don't need a guy to bail out like that just to show up on a wrestling program
Right.
like that. You need to get your priorities straight um, on that because that's millions of dollars right there.
Yep. As what happens, Rodman thought you can do anything you want. He's the cultural icon. Sorry, Rodman. Sorry, Rodman. You can't do everything you want to.
Nope.
Law made sure his season was over before he got involved. He didn't want,
Yeah.
he wanted to wait till he was done, and he wasn't in the playoffs, so or championship. So he did it off season, so he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Rodman's still in the game. That's the thing. Rodman thought he could get rid of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's why he got fined because so long was off. The team didn't make it, and he was off season, so he could do what he wanted.
Yeah.
And Rodman decided like invincible because Hulk Hogan.
Nope.
This is what it is. He's trying
Yeah.
for publicity. He didn't care about the team. He only cared about his own self. Last few years, that's why no one likes him anymore.
No one really respected him after that either. So
No one, nope, his ego got the best of him.
nope.
That's what happens here in the, in our sports world. You make sure you don't have any ties to conflict.
No conflict of interest there, and that was a
There you
major
go,
conflict of interest.
right there, right there. I always wrote
Uh,
up the chapter on everything, folks. It's just like my new
the,
podcast, my Spotify. I don't remember when it was. It's been off for a few months. I do another one that which he found out was on. Um, and with Walter, I don't know if Walter's watching as well. I don't know if
yeah,
Walter's. But all the series was fun. We talk about everything.
yeah, yeah,
And we go from one topic and then we fly up. It's sort of like what we're doing here.
yeah,
Freelancing.
yeah, yeah.
That's what
We're having to freelance right now
that that's all it's
because
great.
yeah, yeah,
There's not much SummerSlam to talk about because the a lot of good matches, but then a lot of bad matches, mostly bad.
yeah, yeah. It's true.
Because the last few years, before you start picking up again, there's always not great. They're playing on more WrestleMania Survivor Series and more Rumble than that. That's why
They
Survivor Series started like off a bit. Now it's when they can come back now because you
right.
know you have 8 matches, but what can you do? You got so many pay per views you got to plan on doing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
another thing. Let's keep wrestlers healthy.
Definitely,
Wrestling.
definitely. And they're really starting to do SummerSlam dirty right now, even though it's the second biggest event that they have going on.
Yeah, because
They
it wasn't
really need
approved.
to pick it up a bit or a lot right now before Survivor Series overlaps them,
I
overtakes them.
think they should stop putting murder matches and put the traditional Survivor Series back on. What original sport. A lot of people, including you, want all Survivor Series matches. No time matches, no nothing, because what they're doing is doing it too quick now. This used to be all Survivor Series
what
matches. No single matches. Say single matches for Royal Rumble and all that. You gotta go back to this as Survivor Series. That's what made it great.
they
Put wrestlers together and tease elimination matches. It was great, but now it's
it's just war games.
you get too many single matches no longer Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Now Survivor Series changed the name. Survivor Series made because of those teams. That's what
It,
it was
it,
about.
it's
Bring it back. I don't give a freak. Bring
oh,
it back and get more race, get a lot more storylines out of it. New storylines for all that, and then you can build their
you
WrestleMania.
can
Now it's I'm sorry.
WWE. You can still do the war games match as Survivor Series.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
That's
Survivor matches.
fine.
I'm talking about
That's
single. I'm
fine.
not the single thing
But
matches.
at least bring back the Survivor Series elimination tag team match
Now,
as well.
yeah,
Um,
all the matches, all Survivor Series matches. Yeah, they should redo that because they do single matches. They ain't Survivor Series, just like a regular pay per view.
definitely, definitely
They should have put back
do
Survivor Series. All Series,
something with
get
the
some
Survivor
storylines.
Series
Get more storylines
matches.
in there. Get more storylines. Bring wrestlers not even using anymore. Bring them back. Put them in more storylines.
Yes,
Or if you want to do NXT, do the same thing.
yes.
Right now,
Th-
everybody's playing with Survivor Series.
There's several things that you can do on Survivor Series that y'all are dropping the ball on with that.
That's what happened. Just this man didn't think it was working, but it kept working. Everybody loved it. But then we got boy lost some fans, but gained it back up, and now they want their Survivor Series matches added to it, not just all single matches.
Right.
Just add a couple besides Warriors, add a couple more Survivor matches. I mean, interesting,
Have it
you know.
give the men's and women's a traditional Survivor Series match.
That's what I'm saying. A couple of matches here,
Give
one match,
the men and
and then you have
women,
your title matches, and then you have your War Games, and that's it.
yeah, men and women's war games, and then if you have enough room in the in between, add a couple championship matches, and then you're done. It's just that simple. You can either do four big matches or just sprinkle in a few championship matches in between those four matches, and you're all set for Survivor Series.
I
So
wonder what happened if I was on last week and I said that what the other two would be thinking about it. I don't know if they agree with me or not.
I don't.
Sorry last week, guys, but if stuff comes up, my permanent if he again, I had no choice. My phone wasn't working right, so I couldn't connect my phone. And I'm
Yeah,
still with this new phone thing, still trying to figure it out. But
yeah,
sorry about last week.
yeah, yeah.
That was my fault. It was my apartment complex.
We
I'm
got
sorry.
major updates going on here. Um, Major stuff going on. Had the debut of the Broken Goalpost podcast on July 4th. That was on Steve McNair. It was still really good there.
Yeah,
Um,
I saw that sports thing. Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, yeah. So
Pretty good.
we're branching out other than just broken turnbuckle. We're also going to do broken backboard for basketball. Um,
Well, you know,
and
I'm only the college basketball and baseball. That's all I'm in now.
yeah, yeah.
And wrestling. Oh, I
We,
don't
we
care. I used to be a
I,
boxing fan, but not much anymore.
I'm not sure if we're doing a broken baseball bat podcast. So
I know I'm playing no sports on there. I'm not watching football
yeah,
or anything like that. So I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
can
I
handle.
used to be a football fan, but I lost my fun.
Yeah,
With all the major controversies last several years.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of things going on in football right now. It's unreal.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I want to get. I don't
yeah,
like
basketball. There's a lot of things going on in the NBA. A lot of classic things in the NBA going on as well that could be talked about. Um, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, all those. There's stories all over the place that I've been watching about and
well,
following
you
up
deal with
on.
yourself. Because you know more
Yeah.
about that stuff than I do.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You do your
I
own stuff
mean,
too. You always have me on all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Work.
I'm too old, folks. I'm
Work.
too
Working on all that shit. So yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like I said. coming out with this podcast. Can't always talk about wrestling, but this is a wrestling podcast. We got to stay on the wrestling topic
I know.
all the
I'm
time.
sorry,
So
but the
yeah,
two
yeah,
tweets have been on, so nothing for my mind.
yeah, yeah. So
I am.
um, yeah, there's
Okay,
not.
okay, okay. Well, I know we're doing top 10 for SummerSlam matches, but what was your favorite event of SummerSlam of all time? In your opinion? The favorite, without mentioning matches,
Ooh,
what was your favorite? I'm not talking about the top 10 matches. I'm talking about the video itself. What was
my
your favorite
favorite
ever from one to
SummerSlam
first?
event.
Nurse, I'm sorry. I was confused.
Um, that's actually a tough one. Um,
You're easy for me.
I'll believe it on you. Um, I would probably say um, probably the John Cena versus CM Punk
What year
event.
was that? What year? No, that's what I'm saying.
Summer of Punk, I believe, 2011.
I'm talking about that. I'm not talking about the main events. I'm talking about your favorite.
Okay.
We do this, like I said, we do the event stuff.
My favorite SummerSlam of all time.
That's what I meant. So
Yeah,
itself.
yeah, yeah.
That's your
Um,
favorite one, right?
let me let me
There's
double
so
check
many.
here. Let me double
I haven't
check.
checked mine this week. I have
Yeah,
mine.
yeah,
I know my favorite is already.
yeah. Um, let's see. I know there was one in the early 2000s. Um, I think it was. It had been SummerSlam 2006. Let me pull this one up. Let me refresh here. Carlito, Hulk Hogan defeats Randy Orton, Ric Flair. Yes, it was SummerSlam 2006. Had a lot of classic matches. Um, opened up with Chavo versus Ray. Had Hulk Hogan versus Randy Orton. Ric Flair versus Mick Foley in an I Quit match. DX versus um, the McMahons. And Edge versus John Cena.
Okay, you know what mine is?
Yeah.
1992. Wembley Stadium. Bret Hart against British Bulldog. They didn't pull back no punches.
No, no punches were pulled back
They
on that.
went at tooth and nail.
Definitely.
Yep, that was the only other period they had the following. Let's see. Hamlet Warrior versus Randy Savage for the championship. I won once I count out. That's what the one that was an Intercontinental Championship right in Dave Boy. Yeah, Natural Disasters versus Belly Brothers in Shawn Michaels and Rick Martel through a match. Uh,
Undertaker versus
I found out the count out, and that's it. There's only that many matches because of a long match with Brett and Chris Ball. They wanted to make it a long match, so some matches weren't that on because they wanted the last match to be a really long match.
Yeah.
That's the reason some matches, all matches were long. It's like it was 3 hours, but it was, it was the United Kingdom, and they wanted to test it out, see if they do outside. It's like the first outside peer review they ever did. They're just testing
Yeah.
the water, see if it would work. And it did.
Yeah.
That's why wasn't that many matches on the card.
Yeah.
Because of that, so because of that longer matches, to see if they work. They did. So
Yeah. They also had a.
that's what I've seen. The one that outside the United States, the very first peer review outside the United States. Way before WrestleMania and everybody else did.
Let me double
So that's
check
what,
on that.
that's what I got. I looked at it. It's all matches on there. I got it on my phone. Looked on
Yeah.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
every match was on there, so I hit it.
London. Yeah, that one was in London, England. I thought
It
that.
was.
Yeah, I
It
thought
was
that one
still
was
the
at.
same matches, but they were just testing the waters.
Yeah.
And
So
it worked.
yeah, I didn't count that because I thought Bret Hart versus British Bulldog was actually at Survivor Series, not SummerSlam. So
It was
yeah,
SummerSlam because he's handing off the belt to Dave Boys to go after the world championship. That's
yeah,
the last time. That's the first drop for Road to World Championship.
yeah,
He wanted to drop the Bulldog because he wanted a good match and wanted to see what happened. Because the Survivor was a long time for the broke and all of it, but they
yeah,
made a really good match, made a really good story. Really quickly chained. It actually fought.
yeah.
Not like now. A lot
No,
of people
no,
actually fight like they
no,
did.
no. The best.
Not like now, but that was like one of the best matches
Yeah,
I've seen.
the, the best matches that I've actually seen are those kind of matches where it's kind of like family
Yep.
going against each other. You get Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. You get British
That was
Bulldog.
years after. That's years after.
Yeah, you get British Bulldog versus Bret Hart. You get British Bulldog versus Dynamite Kid. All those guys. You still get those kind of matches now with the Bloodline. Um,
But you know when they're gonna do
then
the moves. You know when you do everything. Back then you didn't know.
yeah, yeah.
It's
The
not so predictable. You know, it's not that many great matches. It's so predictable. I'm sorry,
the
but
issue that I have with the Bloodline matches where they're all facing up against each other. So the issue that I have with the Bloodline matches is that whenever they face each other, they end up making it look like it is a um, they basically look like they're playing in the living room of their grandparents' house situation.
I hear you.
I mean,
I hear you.
you want it to be believable, but you don't want it to look like they are still kids in their matches.
What matters? Still kids no matter what.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can tell that they've been doing all
It's
that
a
for
for
years.
yourself. It's a choice for yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
And that bloodline pen, people think glad they got rid of that. That was boring as hell. I'm sorry. I know the bloodline, that we had a table. I'm sorry. It started good beginning and it started going flat towards the end.
yeah.
I'm glad it had a table thing because it's getting so boring.
So
People thought it was boring too. They should have ended it quickly instead of extend it. But you
yeah,
know, Rock,
yeah.
it's the one.
So
Okay,
what did you think of Roman Reigns OTC1 uh, gimmick? Or
the first time?
no, he came back on Monday Night Raw,
Yeah,
and
okay, you like
he
that one. That's what you're talking about.
yeah
Well, he was out for a while before he has a he even rest because
chemo
someone he's still battling as a king if you can it private.
yeah.
He's
So
still the kingdom never goes away. It'll come back. It'll never go away. And he can take off for it.
yeah,
He has to take off for
so
medical problems. That was probably his kingdom. You should never get rid of.
yeah,
I'm a firefighter. I know what
he
years. You cannot get rid of the king. It'll come back.
right.
Any cancer will come back years later, you like it or not. Every cancer free, anything can happen.
Right.
Anything.
So
That's what can happen.
when it comes to Roman Reigns coming back, he came back wearing an OTC1 shirt,
That's what they're
and
doing.
he changed up.
That's the original OTC. They changed it a little bit.
Yeah, and it was all his doing, as the
Yeah,
reports are coming out,
yeah, changed though.
and everyone is giving him a little bit of backlash on that. All because they disagree with the one at the end of the OTC. They like the OTC, but the OTC one just does not make any sense. That means that there's going to be an OTC two, three, whatever.
Well,
And
bloodline and the family, you had to have backup in
yeah,
case one passed away.
yeah,
That's why I put one on there because you never know when that's going to come back and kill him. You got to have someone be number two. It's part of the bloodline of that family for a long time.
yeah,
This has been a long time, long time. There's been no high chiefs in Libya. Because OTC was the first tribal chief. There's been more tribal chiefs after that. Yet the two, three, four. That way, when we make say the original.
right,
That's part of the family lineage. It's not because what's fancy. It's part of the family. Like, it's gonna be OTC two. It's gonna be another tribal chief three. It's gonna go right down the bloodline.
yeah,
It's like the one, two, so like with the popes. Yep, he put numbers on the popes. Really
yeah,
give the popes. The original term. That's how these bloodlines work.
yeah.
Trying to forget
The,
the
the
original.
the thing is that he did not explain that when he came up with
I
the
know I'm just saying because Bob things are like
yeah, yeah. They needed to
that.
this backlash of it would have been definitely better explained if people knew about the culture
Yeah, they
overall.
don't look up on the internet or look up on these things. But
Yeah,
you know the bloodlines are all over the place. You know there's going to
yeah,
be one, two, three, four, all that.
yeah,
Look at the kings. They had numbers on their names when they're the same first name. But yeah, same people kept getting the bloodline can go in their kids and stuff. Same thing with the British monarchy.
yeah,
Yeah, same thing.
yeah.
The prime ministers had for a while too. Numbers on their names because their
Right,
kids were taking over.
right.
A lot of things happen like this. It's different countries. Samoa's a different country, but they're in the United States, but they're Samoa. That's
Sure.
how it is. It's their own religion, their own thing to do. And if people don't like it, understand it, look it up.
Yeah,
So like that's I've
yeah,
been doing a lot lately, look stuff up like that, and I see it.
yeah. And what do you think is going to be next between Roman Reigns and CM Punk at this point?
They're gonna connect for a while, and then when they're done with the doing after getting the new people settled in, they'll turn against each other and go against each other at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Because they're still friends, but a lot of people want to see them fight each other. They know it, so they're going to
yeah,
build, make sure all new bloodline members are in place, and then going to get away from that. Like the singles career, and then CM Punk, but Paul Heyman's not be part of it because he says he's done with Paul Heyman. In real life, he's done with it. He wants nothing to break with. That's that match, and I heard rumors that was not how it was supposed to end. So I was supposed to win, but not the way Paul Heyman did it. It was a big
yeah.
surprise to both Punk and Roman because Seth Rollins set everything up. It was real. It's not a storyline. It's not
Um,
a storyline. According to what I've heard and stuff, is 1% legit, and Roman doesn't want Paul Heyman anymore. He knows it.
yeah.
That's why he broke with him. I don't think they get back together ever again. Because he doesn't need Paul. He doesn't need
The
nobody. He doesn't need anybody. He's proven himself. Doesn't need anyone who plays battles. He proved himself.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think he wants to go back to his own singles career. I think he's kind of bored of Blue Money too, and wants to build it up between him and Punk. Next year, probably WrestleMania main event.
definitely,
That's probably for a title because once we get the title for WrestleMania. Once
definitely.
Cody and Cena are done at the end of the year. I was going into Royal Rumble, and basically probably Roman Reigns and then for WrestleMania, and there you go.
Yeah.
That's what it usually is. I'm just predicting what's going to happen because a lot of storylines get
There,
rehashed. Get rehashed from different people. That's how it's so predictable.
there's no
Like with
telling.
Uncle and Randy Savage, same thing, 18, and then they might get to a WrestleMania after they split up. Same thing,
Definitely.
Brett and Owen are a team one time did the same thing. It's predictable. That's what I mean. They do the same storylines for different people. It's always been that way. Just to keep the freshness going with the storyline and get ready for the storyline.
Right.
That's how wrestlers keep renewing themselves because they know stories will stale. They want to do something else. And Roman now knows it's been too long. So you want to get away from that.
Has there now going back to SummerSlam here? has there ever been a wrestler that has been known as the face of SummerSlam? Like
Okay.
they break out in SummerSlam like Shawn Michaels would do at WrestleMania and things like that.
Okay, you still name what we got on Wikipedia. Reviews of all stuff. Let's see, okay. The first turnbuckle. I know that. That's when I had it. That COVID thing. No, not really. They didn't really face anything because Hogan was already the face. There's no such thing as facing anything back then, not until later on in 2000s.
Okay.
Everybody saying you're face wrestling, face wrestling. Back then, everybody, popular and stuff like that. But there's nothing until after somewhere in 2000, then after this went started, that's what started the face. I think it's
Okay.
like 2014, 2015 started like, the face issue.
Yeah. So we'll never have.
Basically, it's the popularity or the wrestler does a great job and they push not it's kind of like pushing the big star. They're pushing big stars back then. Those are basically a company like it is now. They're
Yeah.
just pushing
Yeah.
big stars.
So we'll
So
never.
that's why they did before the face crap started coming out, Seth Rollins starting and all that stuff. These ones started.
Yeah.
He just started.
So yeah. So we'll never actually see a Mr. SummerSlam or Mr. Survivor Series.
Always, because Arsenal's always different people. It was Hogan at the time, but then after that, it's just
Yeah.
matches set up for Survivor Series at the time, or Royal Rumble, or trying to build first night's main event back then, or their regular shows they had in the air, like All American Wrestling on Sundays and Monday night, Monday night, Tuesday Night Titans on Tuesdays, and Monday Night Wrestling. I forgot what it was called before it was Raw.
Yeah.
Try to build everything up, basically, for
Yeah.
those events. So sometimes they'll show a big main event once in a while on the regular shows. That was before you had the syndicated shows at the time.
Right.
So when the syndicated show came out, they had every event, you know, they showed way main events after that, like in pay-per-views. As they branched out in syndication. The Superstars
Definitely.
Wrestling, or all that
Right.
stuff. And mainly, when they originally showed wrestling, mainly they showed main events on their local circuits because it's territorial stuff. And when
Mm.
WWE was still on late nights in New Jersey, which I got the channel, watched every Saturday night, they always had a great main event. But sometimes it's too bad for the X-Men. They showed all the main event stuff on there. Or pieces of the events they had and they showed the matches, not in their title, but cut versions, for an hour to show the shows.
Right.
But
So
now it's just now you just everywhere now you get the main events everywhere.
yeah.
Now, not like it was back then.
Yeah. Now, you would remember back in the 80s and 90s on how
And
the
some of the
format.
70s with the wrestler father and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So how did the original pay-per-view format work compared to now when
Well,
SummerSlam first came
basically,
out?
full circuit and pay was brand new back. It was no one ever seen like that before. They were showing movies at the time. Then some
Yeah.
people started showing Vince. So Vince, once he sold the Crockett Promotions back, used $1 million he got paid by the Crockett's to use for SummerSlam. To put everybody's back in WrestleMania, put everything on the line. But when it hit close circuit, it's pre-taped. It was a live event. It was live didn't start until WrestleMania 2 because they taped it 2 days before at a regular event and then put on pay-per-view. That's why it wasn't live. It was so quick because it was something new. They didn't know if it was work or not. They did somewhat pretty good. So they tried to do it live at 3 events. It's kind of ruined it a little bit, but people still watched it. And then WrestleMania 3 came out. That's when it started taking off. When the stadium was still so the Andre Giant and Hogan. That's when it started taking off really fast. And then he came up with Survivor Series next. Then the Royal Rumble came after that. The Pet Parents idea. And that was SummerSlam. And then
Yeah.
all of them when the Monday Night Wars came out, tons of pay-per-views.
So when they did the closed circuits, were they at?
The first one was like once a year for like 2 3 years, and then Royal Rumble came out. Survivor Series came out first, and then a year later Royal Rumble came out a few months later after
Right.
Survivor Series. And then Crockett said 4 year.
So when the
Or is it
SummerSlam
6 year?
came out, were they doing the SummerSlam events at a movie theater, local theaters, or were they actually at
Yeah,
home?
well, back then, originally it was movie theaters, so it's called closed circuit time. But when behind the came pay per view, you had pay per view outlets, like Time Warner had one, and our company had another, like Quest and all that. And then they said, well, we still do theaters, but what we do pay per view? So they put on pay per view, and they got more buys on pay per view than they did on the closed circuit. And at times, so it's not just be one thing with Hogan, well, the one time only thing with the main event. They need something for the summer. So but one time only. We got so many pay per view buys and so many stuff. We got things. There's so many pay per views except for WrestleMania and Survivor Series. Both the Rumble and Source of the one time only thing. That went good. But first Royal Rumble was on TV. Basically, is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
It was the signing, also the signing for Hogan versus Andre the Giant for the WrestleMania 3 at the same time. And then you get putting great matches on there. And then everyone loved the Rumble so much, they kept it going. So it's a CR series, but because after WrestleMania, you have to build more stuff to get to more people because people were bored in the summer, there were no events. So they decided to put that one time away. It was successful. Boom, they kept staying with it. It's more with more pay-per-views at time. There's still a lot of pay-per-views, but they're starting to cut down a little bit because they think they're doing too much because they have no competition. Like AEW's falling apart. TNA's already got their contract with NXT. People are still not going to starting to build up, but then 29th this month we put the channel on Roku for NWA now, live events and all that, plus all the shows for 24
yeah,
hours. He's trying to build it. He's not going to do it too fast. Well, I say Billy Cohen folks, especially Pumpkin's lead singer started the NWA up years ago. It's only on YouTube. It's got good. You got 430 sisters come down, helping the next generation get, mixtures for social organizations, all trying to help the new generation, which a lot of people don't do anymore. I mean, WE
yeah,
has selected what they select. But you got a lot of young talent out there that are hungry, they get more popular, and they're more popular. No one's doing anything else. Booker T started to do stuff with his organization. Other people started organizations, rest of their organizations themselves. OVW started back up again after they lost WE. They're filling back up. I mean, you're going to have a lot by the next 10 years. You're going to have a lot of wrestling on TV like a long time ago.
definitely.
Everything's going to be back on TV. Everything's going to be going against each other. And it's going to be a big rivalry. Like back when territorial systems were back. That
Yeah,
time period, you got a lot of organizations everybody's talking about. MLW, and all that. They get more
yeah.
popular. You different wrestlers, different excitement, not like a single thing. That's what,
Competition is always
that's
good.
what I've been seeing the last several years. That's what
Yeah,
I've been seeing the last several years. Is wrestling's going to be popular again
yeah,
with all the things.
yeah. Competition and other wrestling promotions are very good for the wrestling industry.
Exactly, you get more people wanting to watch.
But you do not need to go against or compete against the top
No,
one.
no, they should not do. They should not do. They already TNA did. The Bishop bullshit. That was good thing. AEW is starting to go downhill. The
Yeah,
Showtime's not known for 50 cents.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
losing
yeah,
wrestlers against WWE. They have nothing to do for it. I think Sting retired.
yeah.
He had nothing to do. I think Alistair and Rusev went back to WWE. They had nothing to do.
Exactly,
They got so many
exactly.
wrestlers and nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
They just bring back old stuff like the, well, it's not the Hurt Syndicate anymore, but you know what I'm talking about. That's
yeah,
too freaking old. With that. I mean, they're doing so much stuff they shouldn't be doing. You know, they
yeah,
should be. I'm pretty sure AEW is going to die. It'll be like WCW. I don't care if your
definitely.
father runs a football team. It's not money's not going to save you.
No,
And I know you're former honorably RAW. That's why it's also said if you try to throw both, you can't. Roy has his special real honor now. Or closure. That's the big rumor.
you gotta do something here because it's not looking
He's
good.
going to great time, but now he starts spreading out too fast. He's falling apart. He's not ready to
No,
do that.
no. and we've already discussed about what they need to do to get better
Right.
in
They're
the
discussing that.
AEW
I'm saying,
episode.
well, we're just SummerSlam. I'm saying if the other organizations were coming out too with their own
Yeah,
stuff, they got their own pay-per-view type things on YouTube right now. You can watch a lot of big
definitely.
events. You can watch not live, but taping live shows like midnight. Paul Heyman was back in the Hall of Fame. No why a lot of each of the wrestlers weren't there. They're doing a tribute in Pennsylvania to Paul Heyman that same night. Todd Gordon
Hmm.
was there. Everybody was there. The Dudley, Bubba Ray, Devon were there. The Devon don't make many appearances because his medical problems. They had, like a lot of people did, they had Francine Shane Douglas. They came back.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think who else came back. Oh, the FBI came back. Two of them at least. Well,
yeah,
one of them did, not the full. But that was a good, it was a good interview.
yeah.
Joel Gertner's still
But
there, the big fat tub-up scumbag. Nobody likes. He's still there.
yeah,
So now organization now took over, and they're just doing this tribute to ECW saying that all getting back in the Hall of Fame.
yeah. What's
So
so
I'm not that long work there. They're doing this celebration for them.
what's so amazing to me is a lot of local indie shows like to have um, their shows, their weekend shows, on the same night as SummerSlam, Survivor Series,
Yeah,
WrestleMania, and
while they promote it, and then when they found social the same night, they can't take it back. That's what happens. They promote them first, then the big events get promoted after that, and they find out the same night.
yeah,
That's what
I
happens.
mean
You
it.
know, there's so many wrestling organizations out there. People are, a lot of people are still doing e-fans, but not as many.
Yeah,
And like this organization's got new wrestlers out there. They want to see new people, not the
yeah,
same people every week. It gets too boring. That's what happened the last time in the Monday Night Wars.
yeah, yeah,
Vince won the wars. He picked four new wrestlers. Those don't give him do.
yeah. And I've actually asked
Guys,
one of
guys,
the
guys, guys,
local.
I'm sorry. You gotta get
Yeah,
new
yeah,
blood. Same blood's not gonna do everything.
yeah. And I've actually asked one of the local promoters, "Hey, why are you having your show here? Like right down the road, the same night as this major pay per view. Did y'all not know?" And they're like, "Yeah, we knew about it." And I'm like, "Well,
Some do, some don't.
yeah, they actually knew about it and they did it on purpose." And I'm like, "Okay, what is the purpose of this and how do you expect this to actually work better than what's going on, what we would expect?" And he just said, "Well, look, you see where they're at there. We're over here. We're offering wrestling more local here. So why watch something on TV when you can actually watch it more here?" That
Yeah,
is their defense, and that it's actually a wrestling
some do like that.
tradition as well.
That's what they're trying to say. Some promoters do, some promoters don't. All
Yeah,
depends what they want to do.
yeah,
Like I said,
and,
with the Paul Heyman thing, they didn't want to put it on there. They already knew it was going to happen. So,
yeah, yeah,
but he was
and
Paul was there, but he knew he couldn't be there, so they did the celebration anyhow. So, I
yeah,
want to check it out. It's on YouTube, the
yeah,
full show.
yeah.
But
But
it was a really good
like
night.
like I said, they do it as a tradition, as competition, but also to give people in that area a chance to watch live wrestling versus on the TV.
Right, clear type wrestling,
So
basically, not glamour
yeah,
lights or anything like that. Just
yeah,
regular traditional straight lace wrestling.
yeah,
Don't need no
and
lights or anything else. Just get in there and wrestle.
yeah, definitely. Um, so yes, start thinking about your top 10 Summer Slams.
I'll probably look at it probably tomorrow. I'll probably start and then probably end up Thursday night.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
my list out.
We
Because
don't.
I work nights, but sometimes I'm so busy. Sometimes I
Yeah,
don't make.
yeah,
I'll try to.
yeah.
But this week I got very nothing much to do, so I'll try to put
We
everything
need
in.
to.
Get my top 10. Go through
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
It'll take time.
We need to get together sometime this week and discuss the list of top tens,
And if I
so that
give
we
me,
don't end up
give
going.
me before, give me Thursday night. I should be home sometime after 10 o'clock Eastern times. I have a function. I got to work for the fire department, and I get home earlier than that. But I'm not really be able to after 10. So call it 10:05, 10 like last time.
Yeah.
That one Thursday we got together. We do that again
Yeah.
that time. And we go through a list and see, see if we got a good list or not, or we can change over anytime before or
Yeah.
after, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let's if we decide to change things.
Yeah.
Like we
There's.
did last time. We did last time. We tried to figure out what topic we needed to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
that one week.
Yeah. So there are
We didn't do
37.
that.
So there's currently 36 SummerSlams that have gone through. We need to go
Yeah.
through each one to determine exactly which one needs to make the top 10 list.
Yeah, what I do is
Um,
I go through, make a list, and then watch the matches again. Not the full matches, the full site, but see the key points are. What best
yeah.
order the two key points are. What how fan attendance was, how they got really excited, so that then they go with them, and then finish top 10 on Thursday or Friday, and then
Yeah.
we record it. We should start doing that Thursday nights. I get Thursday nights off. I know you have to work the next day. I know we can't be on there too late.
Yeah.
So we're away from each other. So I know
Yeah.
you got to work the next day. That's the only Mondays and Thursdays the only day else I got. But Mondays, a lot of stuff happening. Thursdays I'm fine after 10 Eastern time.
Okay.
That's the way. That's
No.
really good. We can go through everything for the preparation. We
Yeah.
start doing that now. Like
Yeah.
if I didn't
Yeah.
have a communication last week, I would have a lot of questions for those two. A lot of questions.
Definitely.
Doing the school wrestling. I
Yeah.
would have a lot. But
Yeah.
I never met
Yeah.
what the department had to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was one of my tenants. So
Yeah.
they had
Yeah.
to do it. They had to do it. I had no choice. I was looking my part for 2 days.
Definitely.
I had to
Definitely.
do it. House clear, clean. I'm not worried anymore.
Yep.
I read my regular bed and put an air mattress. I want them fitting my stuff. I got to bring my furniture, the fabric. Then like, they want my corduroy here. Some fabric they like for me down.
Yeah.
And I got, like 8 9 and 8, the holiday upholstery. It's too dark. It's not dark enough for it.
Definitely. Definitely. So yes. Well. Um.
Sorry about that, folks.
I'll try to message you on Thursday. Around 9 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
Um.
I probably just we ran a little late that night, but we were late last 2 weeks because we had a
Yeah.
big jackpot thing. Basically,
Yeah.
who kept fingering on it, and we find out they didn't win. So it's going to be a little longer, but I said one time after 10.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
let you know when I get home.
Yeah. Well.
This last week I had to get everything taken care of, clean the whole apartment, packed everything up, put on the couches and stuff, get everything off the floor. That's why I was on the computer. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was on the phone. I was on the phone doing stuff. I was not on the computer. I was on my
Yeah.
phone. And like I said, the phone's finally things I got redone. Took it back to the dealer. He fixed it up. So not to screw up again. Because these new phones sometimes screw up after a while. They finally fixed it. So it sounds a glitch. They had to reprogram the phone. I reprogrammed my stuff back in. So working now. Probably after I got the message 3 days later. I'm like,
Yeah.
phone slow.
Yeah.
That's why I had
So.
that glitch. If I didn't get your message.
Yeah. So we will discuss about the top 10
Okay.
next week,
Cool.
and then let's see. Next is going to be SummerSlam itself. Um, so that may be the top 10 worst SummerSlams at that point.
You want the best or the worst? You should do 2 shows.
We're going to do 2 episodes like I did for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I
Top
saw
10
that.
best
That was
ones.
long. I saw this show. Man, was that
Yeah.
long?
Yeah.
I watched
Top
that like in
10.
2 days.
Yeah. We're going to do the top 10 best ones. And then next week, follow with the top 10 worst ones.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That'd be
And
fun.
then
I know we're
on.
doing our topics, but I don't know if we're gonna make it or not. Do think too much.
Yeah. Then on the 9th, we may do heel versus face.
Okay.
And then it depends on what's going on the remaining of the few weeks.
Yeah,
Um,
like I said, I'll get my Netflix stuff between August September. I have to get
okay.
rid of all my other bills. Once the other NFL's done. I'll get back into watching all stuff again and try to catch up. Take time, but I probably won't. But
Yeah.
also watching on YouTube what's going on.
Yeah.
It sucks I can't watch it. The new phone I just bought made me a lot of money. So hopefully my car gets paid off. I have a lot more money now. Should
Yeah.
be next month. I should be all set and I can get the stuff back out.
Definitely.
Get back to it. Like I said, New York is the most expensive state in the world in the country. Sorry, folks, it is. Pain in the
Yes.
ass.
Yes.
Everything keeps going up, especially 911. Which not in my case, because I'm in a probably residential housing development. They
Right.
only charge me one rent. They can't increase every 2 years, but not
You,
that
you,
much.
you can't you can't fight the economy at
Like I said,
all.
their state is still considered the most expensive state to live in, and it is. It's
Yes.
no doubt about it. It's still the most expensive state to live in. No one wants to live here because of the high rate. The governors
Yeah.
did it, not us. Our governors.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks.
All
But
right.
anyway, for our ski
So
resorts and stuff, I know it's expensive. But I'm apologizing right now for upstate, for our New York. We are in. I'm in Orange Country, Street University. We got a lot of ski resorts. We got the state fair every year. We got like I'm not that far from the Adirondacks, which I've been a few times. I'm not
yeah.
far from Canada. I'm not far from Thousand Islands or Niagara Falls or anything like
Yeah.
that. I'm right in the middle of the state, folks. So New York City, you can't handle the snow. We can.
Yeah.
They don't have the equipment and stuff. They see a big, huge snowstorm. Shut everything down. We get a snowstorm. More activity.
Is New York the only state that you've ever lived in?
Yeah, I
Okay.
visited some states. My relatives, I got relatives in Rhode Island. I got relatives. I got my uncle.
So
But the girlfriend, it's hard to find somebody my age. They don't get weekends off. People my age get want to go on Friday, Saturday, not weekends. Sorry, folks.
imagine being married since
I was never married.
2018.
I was never married. Never got
Yeah.
married. Dated a few times. I'm dating years.
Yeah.
Never been married.
Got married in 2018. Wife been and divorced
Yep, and you got
earlier
you
on this year.
got kids.
So
Kids.
yeah.
Not kids. I know you're married.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You
there's
should get remarried. Or just get a living girlfriend.
yeah. Yeah.
That's
So
what you need. That's what you
uh,
need, bud.
other than that, this has been the Jazzy 08 and Classic Mike. We had a lot of catching up to do this week.
I
Uh,
should be staying. I should be staying on for a long, long now. So everything's
yeah,
all taken
yeah,
care of.
we got
This
a
time,
lot.
this time of the year, I'm always busy. So,
Yeah, yeah. So
so
there's gonna be a lot of
there'll be
backlog
some other.
episodes going on.
There'll be some more
Other
episodes I'm talking about.
yeah,
Like I said, if I was on last week, I would have a lot of questions too. Or in Mr. DiBiase, a lot of questions. I didn't even know about. Like,
yeah, yeah.
wrestling back in days.
So
Arn would, but I don't think DiBiase would.
yeah. So
So
other than that, please like, share, subscribe.
let's
We
get more than 37 people. Come on.
we are up to 50 people subscribers now.
Wow. We'll picked up
We
the last few
we need to
weeks.
get 100 times more. So
It's gonna be a long.
please,
It's gonna be a long time. People starting to find us.
yes,
Because I think with the Chris Benoit thing, we had more people talking about that episode than anything we did. I think they kind of like
yes.
us to go through controversial stuff so they have their own opinions. But
More controversial, more
yeah, we can do both.
celebrity guests and
Not all the
things.
time, but we can get
Yeah,
people on here. They want to be on here.
yeah.
I have a
So
lot of questions. I'm a big talker about what's a wrestling. I see some wrestling.
yeah,
I'm talking.
yeah,
That's how
yeah.
I
So other than that, hope y'all have a great weekend. This has been the Jazair 8, Classic
am.
Mike.
Thank you. I'll see y'all next week.
All right. Thank you and good night.